So, Michael, if somebody, just like somebody who's watching us right now, has got a printing job and they're wondering the digital, or offset, there's a lot of ways of getting printing done. Why would you do one or the other?
For me, if I'm quoting a job for you, it's usually just about cost effectiveness.
Okay.
When you're doing shorter, smaller runs, or you need something quicker, something that's going to be dry right away, digital is the route you want to go. If it's a longer run and you want to get the cost per piece down on those longer runs.
Give us what are we talking?
So
typically,
let's say if I'm doing a 6x9 postcard.
Okay.
Anything under like 15,000, I would probably be doing digitally because I can fit them 4 up on the 1319 sheet. But if it gets any larger than that, I'm going to print it on press because then I can get it 8 up, a bigger sheet size, more up, and the cost will go down because per piece because you're doing more. So it's usually for us just about offsetting the make ready that is involved with the offset press.
Okay.
Whereas a digital press, I can just print a couple sheets, make sure the color's right, bam, good, go. On the offset, I might need a couple hundred sheets just to get the color right. So that's, paper's not cheap anymore, and the people that are operating those offset presses also cost more than the digital. So, but once you get to that threshold of, I would say about 2,500 sheets of 1925, once you get kind of above that is where it warrants putting it on press. Another reason would be spot colors. You have a specialty color for your company, that's something that should go on press. Or even just like 1 color, 2 color envelopes, larger runs, even smaller runs. That's something that we can make a couple plates and put it on our smaller AB Dick offset press. Finishes, if you want like a spot varnish on your job or soft touch coating on the job, that's something we would go offset, even though with the digital we could do that after the fact. But for the most part, it's larger runs, high-end finishes. If you have like some large solids, they usually will look a little bit better. A lot of the screened back colors will look better, printed offset. And that's the reason why.
So whatever somebody brings you the design, you can kind of help them go, and you're going to know this is how we're going to do it and why we're going to use, this press or the other.
Yeah, they could always request offset. Offset is still higher quality than the digital.
Okay.
And when I say digital, I'm not talking inkjet. I'm talking, our toner, dry toner base that we are using currently. And I can see which one it should go on. And then I could quote it both ways for people, and then they can decide which way they want to go. But if it's a smaller quantity run, I would almost always just say go digital. The digital is good enough that unless you're a very good person when it comes to looking at a print and knowing what it is, it's hard for me to tell sometimes. I still got to get the loop out and look at it. Like, is this digital or is it offset? If I don't know and I don't see it, depending on what it is. So.
Okay. Well, thanks for filling us in about what the difference is and what kind of thinking goes into choosing the right one.
Okay.